Miss Bree loves Lois. She's giving her a snack.
Now, let me get this straight. Did Dorian lie to me?
I guess it's common knowledge in Lambview anyway. Dorian and my mother are a lot of things, but friends is not one of them.
Well, then why would Dorian tell me that they were?
You don't know Dorian very well, do you?
I guess not.
Okay. Well, just as it's not a coincidence that your last name is Balsam, it's not a coincidence that Dorian's last name is Lord.
I'm not following
Okay,
this.
she married my grandfather.
Vicky's father?
Yes. And I guess that's when the rivalry between Dorian and my mother began.
Well, so what are you saying? That they hate each other?
With a vengeance.
Dorian, it's none of your business, but I'm lunching with my editor.
Oh, still hoping for a Pulitzer Prize. Sorry, but the banner will never be the Washington Post. Does your new beau read your newspaper? Or are you two no longer an item?
Oh, Charlie and I are just fine, thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. You know, you really lucked out finding a man like Charlie. How long was it when you weren't involved with anyone? I even thought that you had totally given up, especially after the way that Clint rejected you.
Oh, well, you can relate to that, can't you? Did you give up?
I hope you appreciate Charlie for the kind of man he is. I certainly did while he was living with me. Oh, you really get to know a man when he is living under the same roof.
Do you?
Yes. But when I found out that the two of you had something special between you, I just took myself right out of the equation.
Did you?
Yes, I decided it was better if Charlie and I remained just friends. Though I suppose after you filled him in on our past history, your version, I've probably lost Charlie's friendship.
Wow. Antonio must be devastated.
Yeah, and he had all these plans to help my mom, too.
Well, I can see why he doesn't want to, go into a big old legal battle with those people, but you say he doesn't want the Sante money anyway?
Bottom line, my brother is a man of principle, so...
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do for money?
I don't know, we'll see. I mean, if we can find someone to buy the club, then maybe I won't have to worry about it. But who knows?
Well, it's a really bad market.
Do you know anyone who might be interested?
You know what? I'll try to think of somebody.
Thanks. Oh, and tell Dorian, too. Tell her about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems to me like it's a, pretty good investment.
Oh, yeah, it is, especially with Sarah. It's amazing how many hot bands she's brought in the club. I mean, I really think it's put the club back on people's radar.
Oh, yeah, I think it's because Sarah's on your radar and it's making you really happy.
Yeah, she is. We have a great time. She's a feisty one, though, so I was bragging about beating me in this video game boxing game we have.
Oh, wait, let me see. Beating you, boxing, God, it's got to kill you with all those muscles and being a professional and everything.
Believe me, she doesn't let me forget about it.
Well, I wouldn't either.
How about you? Seems like things between you and Todd are good. I mean, no one's being kicked out of the house yet. That's like a record, no? Blair.
What?
I know that look. You okay?
Yeah. It's just kid stuff. But I don't hear any door slamming or screaming, so maybe it's being worked out.
Dad, you can't do this. You can't have Cole arrested.
Well, you leave me no choice, do you? After what you got yourself into last night. That is never going to happen again. For the next 2 years, you do exactly what I say.
I can't believe this. I'm gonna tell Mom and she won't let this happen.
Starr! Look at me. Look at me.
Get off of me.
You know me, don't you? And you know when something's this important to me, this big, I do whatever it takes to get it done. No one can stop me, not you, not your mom. Now, someday you realize I'm doing this because I love you.
The only thing I realize is that you hate me. You hate me so much that you want to ruin my life.
I'm trying to save your life.
By throwing Cole in jail, the person that I love most in this world, you might as well kill him.
The thought has crossed my mind.
You know what? For the first time in my life, I understand what everybody thinks about you. They think that you're a psycho. And for years, I believed that they were wrong. I defended you. Now I know exactly what they were talking about. You are that bad person. You are that rapist.
But why wouldn't Vicky have told me about this?
That Dorian and her are bitter enemies? Well, because she's too classy for her own good sometimes. I mean, she knew that you and Dorian were close, and I guess she just didn't want to prejudice you against her.
Okay, but they do still dislike each other.
Yes, they do. They hate each other. I mean, their grievances go on for decades.
And what are they, these grievances? What happened?
You know, if my mother didn't want to get into it with you, I really shouldn't either.
Look, you told me that it was common knowledge. Come on.
Okay, I guess you're gonna find out eventually. The short list? Mm-hmm. Dorian tried to take this house away from my mother. She had an affair with my brother. She got my mother kidnapped.
She what?
She tries to insult and undermine my mother every chance she gets. It's her life's ambition, in fact.
Okay, I don't get it. I mean, what kind of game is Dorian playing here, telling me that she and Vicky are old friends then?
I don't know. But P.S., Dorian kind of has a history going after the men in my mother's life, and if she doesn't get them, she kind of tries to destroy them.
Oh, gee. Okay, I gotta go.
Oh, no, I've upset you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I hope my mother's not upset with me over this.
Don't worry about it. I will take full responsibility for this.
All right, I love you. Bye.
So how is Shane doing?
Okay. He's been a little needy lately, what with the move and all. Gets real upset if I'm not totally focused on him. These working moms with a bunch of kids, I don't know how they do it. I'm sorry. I should not be going on like this.
It's fine, really.
No,
it's okay.
it isn't. I was being insensitive, complaining about Shane being needy, and you guys, I can't even imagine what you're going through right now without Tommy. I know how much you loved him.
Yeah. I wish Todd understood that.
Oh, he's a creep. I can't believe he's Vicky's brother. And that he made you out to be the villain.
I hate to break it to you, but I actually think most people think of me that way.
No, not me. I know you're a good person, and you're a wonderful mom. You were a wonderful mom to Tommy.
You'd see, there you go.
Yeah.
Me, Gigi, Lindsay, Roxy, Rex, John, of course, nobody else matters.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but aren't you Marcy McBain, the one who's been in the news?
Ramsey had to pull a lot of strings to land the commissioner's job.
Don't you need friends to do that?
Yeah, one would think. Only I don't know anyone who can stand being in the same room with him.
He's got to be working some other angle.
Well, he was in the FBI for years. Maybe he learned how to maneuver through the political bureaucracy.
Well, he knows how to work the system. Just look what he's got away with so far. No, he caused that van to crash that killed Marty. And now he wants me to call him boss. Never.
I'm sorry, John.
You know, when the FBI got rid of Ramsey, I thought I was done with him too, but he's got someone covered for him. Same person put him in charge of the police department.
You don't think that's Mayor Lowell?
I think Lowell's someone else's lackey.
Well, then who else could it be? The only person crazy enough to want Ramsey in charge is Todd Manning, only Todd Manning hates Ramsey.